Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So this is our episode 2, Art of Professionalism. So we have Abhi with us. So she's basically working in this testing domain. So without wasting much time, we'll jump to our main talk. So hi Abhi, welcome to the channel again.
Hi Akshay, how are you?
We are doing great, Abhi. So our audience are eagerly waiting to know who is this Esther is all about, what
Go.
he or she does, what is this domain is all about. So jumping into the main talk, what is testing is basically. Just give a proper brief explanation on that. Okay.
So, testing is basically the basic definition, right? To test something to see if it's working properly or not.
Validation.
So, validation.
Mhm.
So basically, when a product or a website or an application, whenever it is launching, the work that we do to check if it's functionally, manually, and performance-wise, if it's working or not, that's basically testing. And yes, of course, there are a lot of frameworks, tools, mechanisms to check if it's working, to validate it. But yes, basically, this is what testing is.
Cool then. So taking example if yourself. Yeah. So you are working in this domain, I guess more than 3 years as of right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years. So just take example of your working domain and give explanation to our audience. Yep.
Okay, so basically, like I said, there are multiple testings in the whole cycle.
Okay.
So I work in performance, which is completely different from manual automation.
Okay.
And so what happens in performance is, for example, um, take Amazon, okay, and then a sale day is coming up.
Okay.
What is the Great Indian Festival is coming up.
Okay.
And then you know how many users log in and how many people place orders and wait for the festival dates to come up, right?
Yes.
And then the load on the website is way too much, especially when the clock hits 12 or when the sale starts. So a lot of people log in, open the website, and then sometimes you see it going down also.
Yes.
That's it. Performance comes up. So what we do is we put the load using LGs, the load generators. We put the load and using load generators, and then we test if it's working properly, even with a heavy load or not. That's the layman's point.
Okay.
So and even in performance, there is regression, there's scalability, there's load test, there's a number of tests that we do to finally check even when load is high, the application is working fine or not.
Okay. So my understanding is, based on what you said, is like you'll be mocking the real time scenario by giving a generators. Okay. So you'll be testing.
Correct. We create it even before it actually comes up. We create it and then we test it. So it doesn't go down in the actual scenario.
Understood. So just a curious question, Abhi. So the load which you are using while the testing and the performance wise, so it will be same, accuracy will be same to the real world also, or it will be some fluctuation will be?
Yes. So for example, to the client that I am working, it's based in the US. We have amazing tools to get the production data.
Okay.
For example, one is Google Analytics.
Yeah.
We use Google Analytics to get the production data, to especially get the data live. Based on that, we set our SLA. For example, for this particular time, for example, now it's probably 6 to 7, there's high number of people that are logging into the website.
Okay.
And then they're doing the things. So we take this data. If it's our 24-hour data, we take whatever is peak.
Okay.
And then we put that data in our scenarios and then run. If it's working fine, yes. This is we give our client the result that this is the data, this is the TPS that we're hitting, which is transactions per second. We see how many transactions per second are going into the application. How many users are logging in, how many users are again, take Amazon's example, searching for a product, how many users are adding it to the cart. every functionality is a transaction for us.
Okay.
And we see the average time it is taking to load and complete the transaction, and the 90%. 90% is basically how much time it is taking, average time to complete 90% users
Okay.
to complete that transaction.
So you mean like for every functional what we say scenario, there will be a timer threshold. So within this specific timeout, it has to complete its functionality. That is what.
It's not a threshold. Again, it's based on the production data. So, for example, I'm searching something called chocolate in Amazon. Very simple. Chocolate.
Okay.
And the page should be loaded completely again, not just one. The top one loads and the other doesn't.
Yep.
So the first one loads and the complete page loads. That's where we take the time. So, for example, it's taking some 0.5 second to load the entire page. That's the production data. And we put the load using our load generators and check to see if it's matching the production time.
Understood. Got it. Yeah. So this is what you really do with respect to your domain.
In real time, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So then putting spotlight on the freshers perspective of it. So let's assume that I'm a fresher and I need to jump to your domain. So let's assume that if a fresher want to be a developer, he will be preparing DSAs, coding part and out. Right. So in the same way, same scenario, same metaphor, if I want to jump to the testing, your domain, so what are the prerequisites he or she should have? Just overview on that.
Okay. So I think a lot of people might have already know, since if they watched my previous videos, that I joined as a fresher and I got into performance testing. So coding knowledge, yes, definitely is required. Basic C, Java. So I work on tool called Load Runner.
Okay.
So in that we have 3 parts. Load Runner analysis is the thing that we use to analyze our test results.
Okay.
Load Runner Vugen is something that we create our script. So for example, I want to place an order in Amazon. I have to recreate that entire thing to check the response times, right? So that's where Vugen is used to create the script.
Okay.
In that, so it's basically pre-recorded functions. We place an order in the website and then it records some steps. There will be correlations.
Is it kind of RPA, if I'm not wrong?
Not RPA, but you can say it's similar to RPA because it's pre-defined functions and you record it. Yes. Similar to RPA, not RPA.
All right.
Functionality, the outlook and all is a little similar.
Okay, anyways, as you mentioned, the prerequisite for the fresher, like having a basic understanding of coding and the Java, C, C++.
I'm coming to that.
Continue. Good.
So it's a pre-recorded functions, but there will be special requirements from the client that I'll tell you an example. So, for example, I'm placing an order at 6 to 7, between 6 to 7 in the evening. The client will say, I want only 15 orders to be placed in this time slot.
Okay.
That's when we use either C or JavaScript or Java.
Okay. These.
So, yeah, most of the things are pre-defined functions. We do correlations. And if the special requirements or if we are stuck anywhere and we are not able to do it with our Vugen, then we go either to C, Java or JavaScript.
So even my understanding is like, even though we have this coding language, before jumping to this testing domain, prerequisite training will be given to all the freshers. That makes sense, right?
So basically, they don't give you C, Java and JavaScript trainings that obviously they'll expect you to learn from college and then come to the IT field. But yes, tools, all the frameworks that are required for you to work in the company, they will teach you and they'll have training for it.
Chalo then. So we have covered what is mean by this testing and what is your role and responsibilities, and also how a fresher need to go to this domain. What are the prerequisite he or she should have? So last question. Let's assume that I am working in a specific domain and I need to shift the domain to the testing domain. So is it the same prerequisite what you mentioned for the freshers, or is it
Yes, yes. So if a person is experienced and his, for example, take development, is into development and then he wants to come into testing. I know most of them wouldn't want to, but if someone want to come, it's the prerequisites are the same. But then one thing is, if you join as a fresher, trainings of the tools and frameworks will be given.
Okay.
But if you're experienced, tools, you have to learn tools and frameworks on your own.
Okay.
Apart from that, all the basic test coding skills, languages, all the prerequisites are.
Chalo. Again, putting spotlight on its requirement in the market, career growth in the market. Just take example of yourself, testing specialist, performance-wise you mentioned, right? So how is its career growth in upcoming market, Abhi, looking into this fresher perspective? Yep.
So I know testing, people have this misconception of, testing doesn't have much growth and stuff. But, okay, so AI is taking our jobs and all. There are a few things that that we have to do.
Mhm.
For example, I'll tell you. Any startup that's coming up.
Okay.
Any startup, be it marketing domain, retail domain, banking domain, any startup that's coming up needs performance.
Okay.
Obviously, there'll be flow of customers to that application. There'll be load on that application. Before that, we need to test it. That's where we come up. And that's the confidence that I don't postpone.
All right. So as I said, this performance analysis in that domain, human knowledge has to be there. So this cannot be mimicked with the AI. That is what you're trying.
So there are some processes that can be automated and that can be done by AI, but not entirely.
Achha.
So if you see the career growth, I am moving from testing to engineering.
Okay.
Okay. So that's when you go on learn cloud technologies.
Mm-hmm.
Engineering is entirely cloud.
Okay.
So performance testing, it's not just being in testing. It's also learning engineering so that you know if, so for example, there's an error that's coming. You know the entire architecture, you know where the error is coming from, and you know how to solve it. There are some monitoring tools that can give some analysis on where's the error or what's wrong with if it's taking longer time to load an application. What's wrong, where it's coming from.
Sure.
All the downstream applications also it will yes, exactly. So where the call is coming from and where it's going, it gives you all the list.
Okay.
That's where engineering coming from. Engineering comes in between. It goes on. Once you're cloud performance engineer and then you learn cloud, there are multiple opportunities.
So then in this specific region, that is what you are saying, there has to be a human touch and AI cannot can perform well as women are performing in this specific engineering. That is what you're trying to say.
See, I don't deny the fact that AI is dangerous and is ready to take our jobs.
Okay.
But yes, I believe that AI can't do everything. Starting from creating the script, to see how it's working in real time, till it goes to the analysis and till it creates what process go into it, where is the source, where is the destination of that request.
Understood. So I guess I asked all the questions. So if you want to add some of the question from your end, you can just add on. Any tip, suggestion to our freshers or the watchers or the experienced person who are watching this video? Any suggestion to those guys?
So getting a domain in as a fresher in your first company is not in your hands. If you are into testing, if you like it, yes, enjoy. If you don't like it, try it once. I I am sure that you love it, because see, what I believe is developer does development, but to be a test and he develops it, he does good. I'm not saying it's bad, but to be a tester, you have to know the complete flow. You have to know what developer does, and you have to be a tester and do what you have to do. So I believe tester has more knowledge.
Tester is also, once upon a time, he is also a developer, and once he understood the logic of the development,
Exactly.
he can test. All right.
Exactly. Yes.
Tester is all rounder. That is what you can say.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello there. So I guess anything else, Abhi, before closing our episode 2?
Nothing much. Enjoy to all the freshers that are out there and trying to fit into this IT world. Enjoy your first company. It will be a very good experience. It's first experiences are always good.
Yep.
Have fun. Who you work with. All
And
the
ju-
best.
And just keep updating, guys. That is a small add-on from my end. And
Yes,
and Abhi,
that's very important.
yep. And I guess we are done. So pretty well, we have covered all the points which are necessity to the audience to get the idea what is this testing domain is all about. And yeah, I guess we are done with everything. So I really appreciate you for taking time and joining us, giving proper insight about your domain, giving acknowledgement about what is this testing domain is all about. Thanks a lot, Tabi, for joining us.
Thank you, Akshay.
And yeah, this is all about our episode 2, Art of Professionalism. In upcoming days, I will be coming with same topics with different domains. And if you're not a subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon and subscribe. And if you want to connect with Abhi, I will be providing her, a LinkedIn profile link in the description. You can just connect with us and you can just query your doubts with her. And guys, we also have a Telegram community group called Akshay Hangaragi. Our link is given in the description. You can join. And Abhi, thank you once again for joining us today.
Thanks, Akshay.
And yeah, guys, this is all about today's talk. See you in the next video. Take care.